So I open up my YouTube app on my little smartphone thing on Tuesday afternoon before I go into my afternoon shift. And I notice that a lot of my videos are suddenly in the yellow. Now, YouTube's got three main categories of monetization. There's full monetization, represented by a green $sign. There's limited ads, represented by a yellow $sign. And then there's no ads, which is just a black or a grayed out $sign. And a lot of my recent videos were just all of a sudden yellow, just a whole bunch of them. And I scrolled through and I kind of did the calculations later on. It turns out about 40 of my videos from the past 6 months had been like that, turned into limited monetization. First, I go to Twitter because I think it's interesting, thinking to myself that it's a glitch. You know, it's probably a glitch. My content's not that controversial. I mean, I do talk about sensitive topics, but I do it in a respectful manner. And I'm sure because YouTube's trying to weed out all the wrong think or the wrong production from their monetization centers, that I would eventually get hit, or maybe there's a glitch in the system. I didn't really think that much about it, though I published on Twitter that it's probably they're coming for me or something along those lines. Eventually I get contacted. I get a bunch of support. I'm kind of surprised by the support because people either care about me or don't care so much about the way that YouTube's going about demonetizing different platforms. Who knows? I get contacted by a news source, and then I'm like, okay, well, I will contact YouTube support. And I do a chat thing with YouTube support, and the person on the other end of the chat box says that I need to go through and manually or ask to have each and every one of those soft demonetized videos manually reviewed. I'm like, okay, well, that's a lot of videos. They're like, can you send me a link? I'm like, there's a whole bunch of videos that are demonetized. But she says that that's basically what I have to do in order to get them looked at. So I start doing that. But then the next day I contact another person at YouTube support and I ask them point blank, was it the algorithm or was I flagged? I just want to know if somebody mass flagged me. There's a different number of reasons why somebody would want to go through and report me for thinking wrong or providing platforms for bigotry or something like that. You know, I do a lot of things about topics that have a lot of people invested in those topics who really don't want different narratives to get out there, right? The guy at the other end of the chat box this time says that he's going to boost this up to an independent review committee. So right now, as we speak, there's an independent review committee that's going through my work, and I'm not really worried so much about being soft demonetized. I don't get a lot of money out of the ad revenue. I do get some. It helps with the cat food. It helps with this and that. It's actually a part of my revenue streams, but there's other different sources that I can get money for producing the content, such as Patreon and Subscribestar. And if you want to, you can just subscribe to me directly through PayPal and give me $2 a month or something like that. All those options are down there if you feel so moved to support me. But then I was talking to somebody just now, and I was going through this situation again in my head, and I decided to look on Google. And I searched Evergreen College on Google, and then I went to the videos tab. And I went through 21 tabs, and I did not see a single one of my YouTube videos about the Evergreen State College. So I don't know if there's causality or correlation going on here. It's totally opaque to me, but it seems like if my content is deemed controversial, then Google would probably say, well, we're not going to show that content. Whereas I go on DuckDuckGo and I go on Bing, and my videos in the video tab are right there on the front page, like in the 11th spot or whatever, because I have 92 of these videos out there that I produced exposing a whole lot of information about this public institution. So I didn't think that this was a story, but it keeps on wanting to be a story in some way, shape, or form. And I don't want to come off as a conspiracy theorist, but I just wanted to let YouTube community know what's going on with my YouTube videos. And hopefully I'll have an update. Hopefully there will be some answers. Hopefully, my content will be restored, not just to monetization, but to that all authoritarian stamp of approval of showing up in Google search results, which I think that I provide some decent amount of solid information about the Evergreen State College. Anyways, that being said, it's almost summer. I'm almost done with my day job for the year, and I'm going to get to work on my writing and produce some more content about the education system in New York City, as well as getting back into doing more YouTube videos. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say I'm sorry that the output on my channel has been a little bit negligent of late, but I will be in contact with you soon. Probably do a live stream tonight or tomorrow night, depending on my mood. See y'all later.